Yes, so we are generally talking product specifics when we have product sessions, but I think this evening is going to be a little bit more about trying to motivate people to want to use the products and to get them to understand the value as a distributor. And many of your distributors would probably have been customers before and become a distributor because so that they can access the products and share the products. So that's really the way the meeting is going to go this evening, rather than a whole lot of training. But anyway, let's get down to it, and you'll see what I mean when I come to share the products with you. And so let's start our slideshow. Right. So we're familiar, I think, with this terminology, and we use it quite loosely. I think we're proud of it. Feel better, look better, live better. That's what NeoLife can do for you. And we have to tie this in with our daily success habits that you are always familiar with. In other words, the first one being use the products. And if one uses the products, one then has a sort of a passion for them, or at least an understanding of how they work. And that's so much easier to then share the product. So that's almost a natural process, but we have to make it happen. So I think typically as humans, when we know these things, but we don't always do them. So I figured tonight, I'm actually going to put you on the spot and actually say, well, it's time to practice what you preach. In other words, it's all very well saying feel better, look better, live better, but it's time to practice what you preach. And yes, practice is spelled with an S, because this is a verb and it means we have to go out there and do it. So I felt I would just sort of put it out there straight away and say, let's get on with it and do the daily success habits and make people feel better, look better, and live better. But not other people, distributors, people who are in the business, who know the NeoLife products well. So as Brandon was saying, the place to start is in your home. And so we have to NeoLife our homes, and that doesn't happen overnight. One could have been in the business a very short period of time, or going along the way, doing a business part-time. You're not going to be able to change everything in your home overnight. But it does start with changing your buying habits, buying from your own business and being your own best customer. And that's exactly what Brandon was alluding to earlier. In one of our chats he had, and I'm sure he wasn't mind me sharing it, with the reality of what they call, the month-end stress, where you're wanting to make your PV or make your target. And so you go out and perhaps buy a case of Trianin or Pro Vitality, something that we encourage you to do as a core product. But if one is always doing that and sort of playing catch up, it doesn't have to be like that. And as we're actually suggesting, the sort of products that we have in our product range are products people use every single day, or at least once a week, some of the consumables that we have in our product range. And so really, perhaps one should look at the beginning of a new month, when people are going shopping, or perhaps you're a part-timer, and so you are employed, and so you go out and you do a monthly shop, or you at least have been paid, so you start to purchase things. And that's where we should be looking to say, well, what actually am I buying? Am I buying from my own business? What are my habits? Am I making myself a customer of my own business? Because all that starts to make sense. So if we look at the NeoLife product philosophy in general, a lot of us talk mostly about nutrition, but you can see from this, and I'm going to read it, the home care, personal care, and skincare products are as much part of a total wellness program as is eating a balanced diet, drinking plenty of water, getting that regular exercise, and of course enough sleep. So we mustn't forget about the other products that we have in our range, and only think on, we are very much an international nutrition company. There's no doubt, and that's where our reputation really takes us forward. But when we're building a business and we're trying to complete the picture, as you can see here, part of our philosophy is to get a total wellness program going. And so we have other fantastic products that complement health and that also people need every day. Distributors need them, their customers, their downlines. So what I did here was just to actually put a sort of very simple little chart together, actually, that is very simple to put together. But what it really does is structures our thinking a little, and it's very duplicatable. So perhaps I'm talking now to distributors who've perhaps got people who've joined, doing some training, got downlines, and for your own purposes too. And in that middle column there, put the things that you are using at the moment, because all the activities are things all of us do, as I say, whether they're daily, weekly, monthly, whatever we're doing, we're doing these things on a regular basis. You know, everyone's bathing or showering. I mean, most people have some sort of basic first aid agent in their bathroom cupboard, or perhaps in a little first aid kit they might have at home. Where did they find out about it? Somebody told them about it, or they went to the pharmacy and they bought something because perhaps someone had a little burn or a little sting or whatever. And so that's become their go-to product. But we've got go-to products as well. And when I say we, your business, you're in business with NeoLife. And these products are available for these very everyday things. And so slowly, that's how we would NeoLife our homes and NeoLife our lives. So if you look on the far right, and we see the products that I've referenced there, and for those of you, you know, from a business point of view, are going to say, oh, well, you know, what's 6 PV and what's 10 PV? That's not going to do much for my business. That's not what I'm looking to do. That's why I don't use these products. But that's not really the long-term vision. You've got a downline. Think about it. If everybody in your team, just this month, purchased something for another extra 10, maybe 15 PV, but let's just say 10, and you multiply that out, you do the sums. You'll start to see how that PV in your business increases dramatically. Because this is a long-term business. It's not about just making a sale now and then trying to make another one and scratching around at month end. People will use these products, and yes, some of them will take longer to be used up than others, but over time, they're going to become a regular user. You are going to be a regular user. It's going to be part of your family. So NeoLife in your home is a process, and it may be 6 PV, 10 PV, and slowly, slowly your numbers increase. And if everybody did that in your team, as I say, imagine what a huge business you actually would have. So that's what we're trying to encourage you to look at, the longer term picture. And this was just something, as I say, was easy to put together, easy to share, add structure to our thinking. In other words, have I done this? Tick it off, tick it off. And it's duplicatable. And that's what we want our business to be. We want to make it is simple. We want to keep it simple. Just keep doing the same things all the time. So when you've checked off all these and ticked them on your list, then you're a good customer for yourself, and everybody else that you talk to will become good customers. And as I think Brandon made reference to, when you use a product and you love it, you talk about it. You share your story. It doesn't have to be a dramatic one, but how do we actually sell product in general? Share stories. People hear about it. You become the go-to person. They're going to come and ask you things because you're so excited about your product, or you know so many things, or they think you do, purely because you're using products that work and you're using them in your home all the time. So, you know, this might, you don't have to do it in an old-fashioned sort of table like this. You could do it, you know, in some digital form or whatever, but get some structure in and make sure that you and your downlines are actually starting to NeoLife their homes. So let's look again at some of the different products that we have. Personal care, for example. As I talked about, people washing their hair, showering, washing their clothes. These are things we're doing all the time. And so people are definitely going and purchasing, let's say, a hand and body lotion. I mean, it's something, there are millions of them on the shelves. And people sort of read the splurb on the label. You know, they do look at the price tag for sure. But in our business, we have this advantage of being able to verbalize. And so I just, for example, alongside the hand and body lotion, which is one of my favorites, I actually just gave you what is in it. It's got some aloe vera, it's got some chamomile, but more importantly, it's clinically proven to do its job. And I don't think we can say that much of many products that are just sitting, let's say, on a supermarket shelf. So people are buying things, hoping that there will be moisturizers, doing the hand cream and the body cream thing, and people laugh at themselves with this and buy them every month, probably. But do they actually know how they work? And so I just drew out some information. Where did I get this information from? I got it from the literature that we have available in our product catalog, for example, on our back office, in our pamphlets. This kind of information exists. So I suggest and encourage you to familiarize yourselves with what's available to you, so you can get excited about a product, that you do choose to try it. So this product, for example, as I say, one of my favorites. I know that when I use it, and a lot of people say it's not got a very high consistency. It doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Well, I can tell you what, these products are imported. So when we get them from France, we aren't allowed to make claims that aren't true. So we have to test the product. And we know that even after 4 hours after you've applied this product, there's still an additional 45% moisture increase in your skin than there was before you even applied it. Now that's a very good credential that this product has. It certainly sold me on the product, and I know that it's working. And the fact that it disappears and penetrates into the skin effectively is actually the way we've designed it, not to be sticky and gooey so you think it's working. That just stops you from actually breathing properly in the skin and also from losing the moisture, but it doesn't necessarily moisturize the skin. So it's details like that, that unless you've used the product and you know a little bit about its pedigree, you're not going to be excited about it. So I just pull that information, as I say, out of literature that is available to all of us. Aloe vera gel would be that first aid go-to product that every single household should have. As I say, I'm sure that most houses do have it, particularly if they're kids or animals in the home. They're going to have something for that in-case moment, for that little oops. And there'll always be a product, as I say, in the bathroom cupboard. This is the product, aloe vera gel. And it should be not only in the bathroom cupboard, it should be in every lady's handbag so that she's got it on tap. And if you're a regular NeoLife distributor, you're going to be traveling. So you need to take that with you and leave one in the home. So it's really not negotiable that you have at least one, if not two, in your system. And there again, it's got aloe vera, as the name suggests, but it's got other beautiful herbal products, calendula and chamomile and linden extracts and vitamins. And there again, we've clinically proven, so it's been tested dermatologically in France to actually state that the product can make the claim that it soothes the skin, that it moisturizes the skin. So this is an excellent product that, as I say, should be one of your go-to products. It should be something that we purchase on a regular basis. Not all of them, we're not going to use aloe gel and use it up every month if you're just using it for that in-case product, but there's some people who love to use it for their skin, for example. Perhaps they've got irritated skin or perhaps after shaving. And so this becomes almost a monthly purchase. So if you start to see that how things develop and we NeoLife our homes, NeoLife our lives, these are regular purchases and the PV starts to add up. And so don't overlook the things. These are things people, you and I, are buying every month. So at the beginning of a month, when you have to go and do your purchasing, don't go to the pharmacy, don't go to the supermarket and pick that off the shelf. Pick it from your own supplier, get it from your own business partner, and you will start to grow your business and you will be excited about sharing the product. So as I say, I haven't done it for all the products, but it's certainly something that is easy for you to do and not a bad idea so that you familiarize yourselves with what's available to you. And then skincare. And a lot of you probably are thinking, well, I don't use skincare, or I don't know enough about it, or I'm not a specialist in it. And you don't have to be. I think we've actually made it a very simple program, but I can assure you the quality is quite amazing. So we call it Nutrients Organic. And as I say, everyone has a skin. And I can assure you, and I'm sure you would agree, that all of us look in the mirror and wish we could change something. And certainly as we get older, we wish we had started earlier, perhaps. In fact, it's never too early to start. As teenagers, we should be encouraging our teenagers to do a basic routine so they get into the habit. Because I can assure you, at 25 years old, that's when skin cells, in fact, all things in our bodies slow down. Whether it's the production of a nutrient, it could be our new one, CoQ10, for example, we talk about that. In 2025, our bodies are less efficient at making something. It's amazing to think that we're actually starting to, I don't use the word aging, I use the word maturing, because we certainly are not aged at 25, but the body starts to change. So don't play catch up, as I say, with any of the products, like nutrition and certainly not skincare. And organic is also very unique. This again is an imported product, so it's a French cosmetic, it's an upmarket French cosmetic, and it's totally organic, the whole range. So we have a range that we've put together, and there I've just introduced our very latest edition, which has now been on the market for a little while, getting great results with it. But it's a compact home use product that packs a punch. As I say, totally organic, and that's unusual even in itself, because you will find skincare ranges and they make reference to perhaps their Rolls-Royce product, and that's the one that may be organic. But the uniqueness of this, right from the makeup remover to your Rolls-Royce product, they're all organic. And that means that we have shown respect, if you like, for the area from which we've sourced them, which is actually the sea. They are marine-based. And it comes from a heritage site, actually, a very, very specific area in France. And you have to be very careful how you actually harvest this and how you utilize the ingredients. So it's highly protected. And we've managed to in fact, we have permission to be able to use these ingredients from the sea and put them into a product like this. So this is very, very unique. And we sell it in over 50 markets around the world. So it has to compete and comply with all standards, whether they're American, Japanese, Australian, South African, and European. The highest of highest skincare standards we have to comply with. And that's exactly what we do. So you'll see a compact range, very, 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 very efficient. And as I say, as when it's younger, perhaps just a cleanser, toner, moisturizer, but then we can add extras as we go along. But I'm not going to do a whole training on this. I actually want to just encourage you, perhaps encourage others and yourself for that matter, to at least use just one of the products. Because that's what tends to happen. People, if they're not really in the routine of doing this or feel that it's not part of their budget, we're all on a budget. So it's quite reasonable to accept that people are going to take things slowly. And as I say, even when you've got that little list and you're ticking off the items as you start to NeoLife your home and your life, these can happen slowly as well. So you'll see there's a range, and I just, again, I just wanted to highlight the fact that there's lots of information behind the scenes that's available to you in the form of videos. We've got fabulous little videos, little 2-minute snippets on each one of the products. Here, Dr. Nambasi, she's a great lover of the product. This is actually a little video. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but just to show you that she's done a whole home routine, just what she does on a daily basis. And that's available to you also on the back office. So we're not going to show you that, but I want you to go and look for it and use it. But let's just draw your attention to a product that I think you can excite people about once they start using it and realizing what it's going to do for them and how we've created it for them to use and benefit. They're going to want to use it. So this is our rejuvenating rich cream. So this is our Rolls Royce. So of course, all of us would love to have a Rolls Royce. Sometimes we think, well, we can't afford it. But the ride is so fantastic and all the credentials and all the pedigree is wonderful that we eventually make an effort to do that. And this is a product worth doing it. And I want to show you that in fact you can afford this Rolls Royce when you start to compare it with what other things are on the market. So don't forget rejuvenating rich cream. And I want to, again, just draw your attention to a couple of features that should pop out at you and that you should remember so that you can actually let them pop out for other people as well. And these are 2 statements, and they're amazing. Remember, this is a French cosmetic. We cannot make these claims unless we've proven them. So all these products are clinically tested on human skin. Now, how about having a product that increases your skin moisture by 50% after just one application? Almost sounds too good to be true, but proven and tested. So over time, it reduces your wrinkles by 38% in just 1 month. So one application, we get a 50% increase in the moisture. So over time, your skin is going to be much more plump, much healthier looking. It may still have some wrinkles. We're all going to age, but our skin can look the best it possibly can. And it'll be supple, and people will respond and they'll actually comment because it does make such a difference. And then you know that you're going to be working against wrinkle formation and even the ones that you have by 38% in just 1 month. Remember those details. They're powerful, and that's what makes people interested in trying the product, because we know what it does. Even better if you use it, so that when you share it, you have a story to tell. So just wanted to show you what you can do, and just I wanted to position the product for you. So this looks like a pretty busy slide, which it is, but this is the culmination of doing a lot of research on different prices on the market for all the different products, and then averaging out. That's why I just highlighted. That's the average price, comparing other French cosmetics, some of them American, but all imported. None of them were organic. Not one of them in this sort of category of that sort of upmarket skincare product was totally organic. So that is very unique for our particular range. And these are products, as I say, on the market. And I'm just using names: Christian Dior, Lancome, Clarins, Estee Lauder, La Mer, in that sort of basket of upmarket, some very much more than others. And then we got an average of all those products. So I want to take your eye down to the bottom where it says anti-aging cream, because that is really where the rejuvenating rich cream fits. And you'll see that on average, that sort of caliber of product is going to cost somebody 2,700 Rand. You might say, well, that's crazy. I'm never going to pay. No one will ever pay. Well, I can tell you something. If that's an average, people are paying something like 4,000 Rand for a cream, for a hope, for a promise, for looking better. So this is So when you look to the right of this and you start to see our retail price, $7.74, with all the credentials that it has, and if you're a distributor at 570 Rand, I mean, you can afford a Rolls Royce. You're getting the best you can. Yes, we have budgets, all of us, but this is definitely worth considering putting onto your list and giving it a tick one day of making use of NeoLife products for yourself and in your home. This is an unbelievable product, and it's such an amazing positioning in terms of price when you look at the comparisons. And so we've done this, as I say, for every product, but I wanted to draw your attention to this. So people don't use anything else and slowly want to build up. Look, it's perfect. It's preferable if you use the cleanser and the toner, because it's almost like the primer, if you like, preparation for the expensive paint that you might put on a wall, for example. You don't just go and paint the wall that's all flaky and still got old paint on it. You prepare it. That's really the way we should do things. And that's why we have a cleanser and a toner, to prepare our skin for something like the rejuvenating rich cream. But people might be using another product and wanting to finish it, so let them do that. But please start to encourage people to start looking at the Nutrients organic range. And the first place to start is with yourself. And as I say, you're actually not too young to start. So if you can use a moisturizer, but then when you want to start doing the anti-aging, and as I said, don't wait till you're 40 and 50. 25, 30, start adding that into your range, having it, perhaps using it once a day at night. So very well positioned price-wise, and has an amazing pedigree. And as I say, also the organic component is that we're respecting, the earth, the innate, from where we actually took the ingredients, and we're respecting the skin. Very much in keeping with our philosophy. But don't forget that rejuvenating rich cream. And then, of course, the obvious addition that one would think about when one is NeoLife in one's home are the products that we use every day. Clean our clothes, clean the floor, clean the bath. All the things that people have and are buying, I can almost guarantee you they're buying those things on a regular basis from somewhere. And a lot of our distributors have got them on their shopping list, and they're going off to supermarkets and what have you, and buying from somebody else's business. You're in business. You need to keep your business going. And I guess the reason why you might have even been, excited to be involved with NeoLife was answering these questions. That do you want to help safeguard the environment, protect your family from toxins, and save money doing so? I think you get a yes and a tick for all of those. That was the reason possibly why you came through the door and said, I'd like to be involved. I'm wanting to use these products. And then perhaps you felt, maybe you didn't, slipped away and you perhaps bought this and didn't buy it again. These are regular use products. Now, some of you will say, yeah, but they last so long that we're not making a profit from a business point of view. It's a long-term business. Super 10 might last a long time, but it's going to finish. It's a consumable. It's going to have to be replenished. So if we can build our business and we have regular customers, there will be somebody different buying one every day. So you'll always be having a business that's growing. So don't just look short term. And as I say, and as Brandon was telling me, don't just scramble for the end of the month for your PV and your qualifications and things. Plan ahead and get in at the beginning of the month, because that is when people are starting to purchase these sort of things for the rest of the month. Yeah, so just reminders, this is just information about the products, that they're powerful, economical, earth-friendly. These are the reasons why. These are the reasons why you got interested and excited about the products, and why you tell other people about them, and possibly are not using them yourself. So look at that, 1 liter of a concentrate, because that's what we sell. We don't sell water, we sell the concentrate. Depending on the product, can yield anything between an additional 10 up to 50 liters of product that you have in your home by purchasing this 1 liter. So yes, your initial outlay will obviously be higher than purchasing water with your product from a supermarket, but you've got so much more flexibility to be able to utilize that product and make it work for you and be economical in the long term. So this is the excitement about our home care: powerful, economical, and earth friendly. And just some reminders. We would expect from a cleaning product that you might purchase that you would do the dishes, yes, and perhaps you'd clean the general surfaces. But look what else you can just do. People use it for bathing. It's such a gentle product. Kids love it as a bubble bath. Men use it for shaving because it's so gentle. There's nothing harsh about these products. We don't have to use gloves when we're using them. People wash their dogs. clean their jewelry, and there's a list that goes on and on and on. But what I'm trying to show you is that there's so much more to these products and this particular one than just that, dishwashing liquid that you might be buying, because what you're buying actually is a lot of water as well. Here you're buying the concentrate, you decide what you're going to dilute it to and what you're going to use it for. Super 10 complements your LVC, and I'm going to show you how that works just now. And this is going to be such a multi-purpose product as well. Again, a sort of a heavier duty cleaner, but from something as gentle as fabric stains right down to cleaning your car engine. I mean, where do you get a product like that? You decide, again, you buy the concentrate, you decide how concentrated it is. But the variety and the diversity is absolutely amazing. Just from 2 products, every home would be using and purchasing something, and many different products to achieve this. And then forget they even have them. So this is just, again, another example of how one can compare in terms of, you're in business, so you need to know what you're saving, you need to know what things are costing. So just to give you a sort of a general overview, this is quite a busy slide, but I'll simplify it as we go along. So we just took 10 products, everyday things, and these are actual brands that are on the shelf, so that you've got a kitchen and a bathroom, but they've both got tiles in them. So but the general market asks you to buy a kitchen cleaner, and then a tile cleaner, and then a bathroom cleaner. You could have used one of those products for all 3. And in fact, we show you that that's exactly what you can do. So you don't have to fall prey to this different kind of marketing. And many of these products are actually produced by the same company. And just because you have a bathroom, you think, I need a bathroom product, and I need a kitchen product, and I need something for the towels. Meantime, you could be using the same product. So we took these 10 and then showed that if you take LVC and Super 10, which I've just shown you, and you dilute them, in the concentrations appropriate to the task, you only need 2 products to do all these jobs and many, many more. So over time, if someone, and you'll see also, of course, they were all at different volumes, 500 mils, 750 mils. And our product eventually, when you make it up to you purchase it as a liter. So we're going to actually have it as a liter ready to use. And we've put all the prices up to a liter. So we've compared it to be fair. So you don't have to know necessarily all the details, but it's going to cost somebody 1,189 Rand to purchase those as a liter of each product. They wouldn't have done that, but we just made it to fit this example. Now, if you're using just LVC and Super 10 in your home, and let's say you keep LVC at the 1:3 dilution, that means 1 part LVC, 3 parts water, and then you combine it with your Super 10, which has flexibility because it can be a gentle cleaner or a heavy duty one. So if you combine your LVC at 1:3 and you combine Super 10 at 1:10, and you have those 2 liters, it's going to cost you 76 Rand 91. Or if you did the LVC at 1:3 and you did the Super 10 at 1:3, it's going to cost you 110. Now, you're not going to remember those numbers, but I'm just showing you how we build up to the example. So just to make it sort of stand out a little bit more, those other products were over 1,000 Rand, 1,189 Rand. And here, if we're going to do Super 10 and LVC together at those different dilutions, that's what it's going to cost us. And even if we do the Super 10 more concentrated, it's going to cost us 110 Rand. And we're combining here a purchase of LVC and a purchase of Super 10. So you can look at those numbers. Now, yes, it's only 2 liters of product, so that if you bought 10 products, you would have 10 liters of product. So to be totally fair in terms of the price, let's multiply our costs and the volume by 5 so that we are equaling 10 liters on each side. And still, even if you were using 10 liters of product, it's going to cost you 384 Rand for the combinations of those dilutions, or 550 Rand if they're slightly more concentrated. So the point I'm making, even if those numbers don't gel for you quickly, you'll start to see that you're actually saving 60 to 70% just by buying Super 10 and LVC and using it at different dilutions as you choose and when you choose, compared to products that you are purchasing on the shelves. And if we actually do that from the distributor point of view and from the normal retail price, that's just to show you the difference in the price. So it's much, much cheaper once you've got the hang of using LVC at the right dilution and Super 10 for the different functions. You're adding the water to the concentrate, and even at 10 liters by comparison to the other 10 liters you've been purchasing, you are by far saving somewhere between 60 and 70%. Even though your initial outlay is higher, you are in control of what you do with that product. And the saving is, I mean, it certainly cannot be overlooked. So there's really no reason not to be encouraging people, anyone that you talk to, because everybody is buying these sort of products to clean something literally every day in their home. And if they don't know about your product, how are they ever going to know the saving that they could be enjoying? And you as a distributor need to start challenging yourself to get those products into your home, use them properly. You've got the tools, mixing bottle and a spray bottle. What you're doing is you're buying from your own business, you're generating PV, you're getting paid on that PV. This whole thing is favoring you in every respect of your business. And it's favoring the reason why you joined, to be able to make a positive difference in your home, on your family, on the environment, and it's all there waiting for you to use it. So if you're not a user of your own product, let's get onto that list that we made, start to tick off slowly, start to add these things to your monthly shopping, and finally make your home a NeoLife home, and your business will grow. Same can be said for G1 laundry compound, and this is again, I mean, laundry compounds, washing powders are not cheap items anyway. And we've got an amazing product we sell all over the world, and also complies with all the criteria that we make about our home care products: powerful, economical, earth-friendly, biodegradable. Just look at that. The 2 kilogram container that you have there does 133 washes, which you'll see is amazing for a 2 kilogram laundry powder. It can be done at virtually in cold water. It's more concentrated than general laundry powders. So we use 20 mils compared to 200 mils of other powder. Let me just, I think probably a better way of doing this is to show you it in a picture. Now, I always carry that little blue dispenser, little sort of with me, because that is so impactful. People almost can't take it seriously. We have 2 of those little scoops for a general 5 to 7 kilogram wash. That is all you need of the G1 product. And look to the side here. This is almost like a spade. Your average washing powder that you buy, your standard big brands, are suggesting a 200 ml on average. Some of them are 180, some of them are 220. So on average, we'll give it 200 mils. That's how much a normal standard washing powder requests you to use of theirs for each wash, a normal soiling wash. So just to show you what that powder looks like, that's how much powder, 200 mils that you're putting into your machine to do a general wash. And look how little you're putting in of the G1, the NeoLife product, to do the same wash and do it very, very effectively. It's almost no contest. In fact, it is no contest at all. But as I say, keep that little, keep your little scoop with you. You get one in every single container. And as I say, that makes an impact just on its own. You don't have to have said anything else. People almost don't believe you, so that you challenge them to use it. And so you're saving money on every wash, because look what's happening here. For G1, it's a standard 2 kilogram packaging, which you have with other brands. You're only using 20 ml per wash. So you're getting 133 washes, and that's just an average, approximate, from that 2 kilogram container. Other brands, you're getting 20 washes. And you heard me, 133 versus 20. I mean, there's just no contest. And all the, as I say, the pedigree or credentials that the product has. It's biodegradable, it has vegetable surfactants. It's 3 times more concentrated than your average product, but it's earth-friendly nevertheless. And you're using so much less powder in your washing machine. So again, there's really no contest. When you start to actually use these things in your home, you'll actually start to see that you don't even have to look sideways, because you've got products that work and are very economical once you get going and use them properly. And there's no way to overdose with that little scoop. I mean, we recommend 1 to 2 for a normal wash. So it's not like it can be wasted. There it is, to measure it out, and in it goes into your washing machine. So yeah, to answer that question again, did you want to help safeguard the environment, protect your family from toxins, because that's another whole dimension that we could talk about, and save money doing so? And the answer is, if you wanted to do that, you've got the products that can do that for you. They should simply be in every home. And when you're excited about them and show how easy they are to use, it's easy to share them. And when you share them, you build a business, you build stories. And so your business will grow. I mean, we wouldn't have been in business for over 60 years if we weren't talking this sort of talk all the time. Our products are not on a shelf. Products can't talk. We talk for them. And that's why a product like Super 10 is a household name. It's a household name, not because it can advertise itself, because we use it and we advertise on its behalf. Yeah, we've got a lovely, cute little A to Z on home care. So it gives people a sort of an alphabetical order. So you want to look up how to clean a stain off a carpet, or ants in the house, or whatever. There's going to be a product used in some way of one of our products, because we've got other home care products as well. But this is a natty little hints and tips book. And really, this is something that if you've got a good customer, give them one, because this will be their go-to book, and then your product will be their go-to product. And for yourself as well, if you don't feel you're familiar enough, or feel comfortable and confident, get the little book. It's available. You can get it in a physical form, or you can get it on your back office, and you can look up anything and everything you need, and you will become eventually the go-to person that people can go and ask her, because she knows how to use, and she knows how to clean this. She's got products that do all that. That's how people talk about NeoLife products. You just got to get in there and be with those people. So yeah, feel better, look better, live better. It's possible when you use the NeoLife products. I hope I've shown you that. I'm not going into nutrition this evening. I wanted to put the other sides of the products into perspective, so that we have a good month, we have a good business, and a broad use of the products that benefit not only ourselves, but all the people that we come into contact with. So that's what I have to share this evening. Thank you.